Good morning, good morning. I'm bright. No, I'm not bright. Sorry about that. Bright and excited because it's my Fake Friday today. I've been up here, you've put up with me for a whole week, and I do apologise, but it's my last day today. But we're going out with a bang because we've got a fantastic new launch. I'm absolutely gobsmacked by the incredible launch that we've got earlier on today. That makes no sense at all. Later on today. And of course, this is the second day of our outlet sale. You have been buying in your droves, unsurprisingly, because the deals have been incredible, up to 80% off some items. Now, we started yesterday with 800 items. By halfway through yesterday, there was less than 700. Loads of things have sold out, and it's been incredible. I've seen on social media people saying all the items that they bought that they didn't realise they needed, but at that incredible price, they had to go for that. We've all been doing that here as well. And the lady sitting next to me is not one of the people that gave up on the sale, did you? They've got the lovely Lily. And Lily, you've been doing a bit of shopping, haven't you?
Just a little bit. Oh my goodness me, the bargains over on the outlet sale. If you've not checked it out already, honestly, you have to check out the website. I've already placed my order this morning. I was very, very excited in my order. My top pick for me from that sale has to be that rose gold Gemini Junior machine. Oh my goodness, have you seen the price? It's under £100 for that gorgeous rose gold Junior, but word to the wise on that one, there's not actually many of those remaining.
Right.
So if you want to go like I did this morning and get yourself one of those beautiful rose gold Junior machines, make sure you check out early. As well, I had to throw in quite a few of those glitter pastes to complete my collection. They're also part of the sale. I can't believe
Really?
glitter paste.
Wow.
Yeah. Amazing price on those glitter pastes, and also, of course, I had to get some more Totally Tiffany storage. But the amount of goodies on that sale is incredible. Do make sure you check that out, because I think we're down to around about, it's just under 600 products remaining now.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of them have sold out. A lot of you have taken advantage already. But aside from that warehouse outlet sale that Becky has already mentioned, we've got an amazing new launch today.
I know. Really
it's
looking
incredible.
forward to this. Excuse me.
She's so excited. She's just choking with excitement.
I'm blaming Debbie.
Yes. She's
Actually,
not here,
I'm
we can blame her.
Debbie, because everyone's been a bit coldy here. I think I've just been talking too much. We're going to do a silent show today.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
I can talk enough for both of us, but I don't think anyone at home wants to see that. So Becky will be talking as well. But we are super, super excited.
We are.
Because what have we got coming up?
So we've got the Spectrum Noir. These are the new collection of sort of little packs. These are with your pens, and it's got papers and designs for all of the key sort of imagery that we think of when we think of our Spectrum Noir pens. Manga is a key thing at the moment. That is going to be so important for any of you that have got sort of teenage grandsons, teenage children. These are going to be the kind of thing that they will want. These are going to allow you to really blend like a pro with this collection. And we've got Harry Potter ones as well. We've got DC Comics ones. There are so many. Now, if you saw on social media, we were at Comic-Con last week, and it was incredible, the amount of people that looked at these, because we've created something that allows someone that was keen on comics. Let's be honest, lots of teenage people, and even older people, are really into their comics. It's allowing you to create those designs and colour like a professional with these collections. And we've got a show with Leanne later on today where she's going to be going through those step by step. I'm amazed about how much you're going to get in these pads, because they make a fantastic Christmas present. I'm hoping someone might buy one for me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Just out into the open, yes.
And you're going to do a little demo with a Harry Potter one, aren't you, later on?
Yes, we're going to be using a couple of the different kits that we've got. Got the Adventures of Colouring, that'll be my first demo, and we'll be looking at the Harry Potter as well a little bit later. But these kits are just absolutely incredible. It's like a marriage made in heaven. We're bringing all that incredible professional pen technology that we have and we know and we love with Spectrum Noir, and we're fusing it with those incredible characters that so many of us know, so many of us adore, and bringing that together in a self-contained kit that's going to be perfect whether you've been colouring for many years or whether this is the very first time you've picked up an alcohol marker, the very first time you've tried Spectrum Noir. These are going to be perfect. And like Becky said, what an incredible gift. When we're starting to look forward to Christmas, we're starting to think about all that Christmas gifting, these are going to make the ideal gift. So definitely make sure you're checking out that shop the day, because these are just the most wonderful kits, and I'm so excited that we can bring you them here at Crafters TV.
Absolutely, very much looking forward to seeing those in action. Got a few people to say hello to. Liz says good morning from South Yorkshire. I'm listening whilst at work. And Lois says good morning everyone from Ohio. Mary Ann says morning all. Sean says morning everybody. Michelle says good morning. Sarah Brown says hello to all my crafty friends. How are you all doing today? I'm okay, a little bit croaky, but I'm okay. Hope you're all well. Sending hugs to everyone from Melbourne, Australia. Becky, you've done a fantastic job this week and I've loved seeing you here. Oh, thank you. Lynn says good morning from the Isle of Wight. Sandra Dundas says good morning, Becky, Lily, CTV crew, social media superstar Rachel and all my crafty chatty chums. I've had a third order placed this morning.
It sounds all too familiar, does this?
The thing is, I mean, why not when you've got such great deals? Karen Carter says good morning all from a wet and windy Croydon. It has been quite windy down in London, I noticed. Paul Print Times 4 says good morning, Becky, Lily, Team Social and crew, and everyone here on the chat. Kimberly says good morning from a cold North Carolina. Rosalind has said good morning from Maryland. And Alcha says good morning from a windy Netherlands. Do message in if you've got any questions. Lily's here for the first show. Then we've got Leanne later on, and then we've got Debbie. So I've got different people every show, which is good. It's exciting. Everyone wanted to come and say hello to me for the very end of my week up here. But we want to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the deals that are on the website. So do have a look there, because you have up to 80% off selected lines. And when we say, excuse me, quirky voice again, when we have an amazing sale, often we think, there's going to be the stuff that, you know, it's been around for a long time. Oh, no. The pièce de résistance on that is the Gemini 2. Yeah, not the old Gemini. The Gemini 2, an incredible price, but there are paper pads, there's spectrum wire items. If you watched any of the shows with myself and Debbie Robinson, you'll see that you've got some of those little sentiment dies in there, her absolute favourite. You've got all sorts of different things in here, including glues. You've got everything. I mean, I guarantee you can go on there and within 5 seconds you will find a handful of things that you want. Just 5 seconds, because there is something for everybody, whether you're a paper crafter or a soft crafter, there are items in there. And do remember, as Lily said, we've got just over 600, did you say?
Just under 600.
Just under 600. There were 800 items in that sale yesterday. So things are selling thick and fast. So if you do see something and you think, you know, it sounds too good to be true because the price is such a good deal, at the moment they are true, because we've got some amazing deals for you. Right, we're going to start by showing these. So here's the Pro Colour kits that you've got here. You've got 4 in this pack here. You buy 3 and you get 1 for free. In here, you're going to be getting you're going to get your pens, and you're going to be getting the artwork for you to colour, like we say, just like a pro. If you are keen to learn how to do colouring like this, learn how to do blending with the alcohol markers, these are absolutely ideal. And these are a bit of a departure from some of the imagery that we've had previously with regards to flowers and those sorts of things. These really appeal to people who are into graphic artistry. Perhaps you're teenagers that are going to be doing these sorts of things. You've got classics in here, you've got illustrators, and you've got fine line markers as well. Absolute wealth of different things in here. The first one is your Celestial Maidens. Move it just slightly, you can just probably see a little bit better. Next one is your Adventures in Colouring over here. Down here you've got something that I can't read. Way of the Samurai. And this one is your Manga Comic Heroes. This is the one I know my son would absolutely bite my hand off to get hold of. This whole collection here, £89.97 or $119.97. Platinum price is £71.98 or $95.98. This is the first time you would have been seeing these. These are absolutely artist grade materials that you're going to be getting in here, and allowing you to be able to create items like this, designs like this, just like any of those professional comics. Lily, these are incredible, aren't they?
These are absolutely amazing. To get 4 kits, 4 Pro Colour, brand new, hot off the press kits for that Platinum Club price of £71.98 or $95.98 is absolutely amazing. Think of that as 4 separate Christmas gifts. I know I can think of so many people, in my friends, in my family, who would absolutely adore to receive something like this. Maybe it's the first time they've ever dabbled in colouring. Maybe they've been colouring for many years and are just going to take an interest in the sort of artwork that we bring to you in these kits. These are going to be absolutely ideal for so many people. They are just totally fabulous and they are presented absolutely fantastically as well. So we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing. I want to show you everything that you're getting in one of these kits. It's the same sort of idea, the same sort of structure with all of these 4 kits that we're bringing to you as part of this collection. The only difference, of course, is the theme. So choose the theme that's going to be most appropriate to that recipient. Maybe you're going to be super, super lucky and one person's going to receive all 4 as a Christmas gift. I mean, my goodness me, can you imagine that under the tree?
Yeah.
Coming down on Christmas morning, what I'd be doing is I'd be wrapping each one up individually, then you have 4 separate gifts. And can you imagine opening each and every single one of these and seeing all the goodies you're getting inside and thinking of all the amazing creative possibilities that you've got with these kits? It's going to be absolutely incredible and just so, so exciting. So the kit that we're going to be having a little look at to start with is our Adventures in Colouring. But of course, if you do go for that bundle, you are getting all of those 4 different kits that we are bringing to you today. These are the Colour Like a Pro kits, and that little title that we've got there sums it up absolutely perfectly. It's taking your art to the next level. It's not just about colouring and doing your flat colouring, it's about that shading, it's about that blending as well, which is absolutely fantastic. You can see from the reverse, it's showing you all of the items that you're getting included in your kits as well. But let's have a look at exactly what we are getting. So first up, it's the key components, it's that hardware. And if you've used any of our Spectrum Noir goodies before, you know the quality of these pens. The quality of every single one of these Spectrum Noir pens that we bring to you is absolutely second to none. And as part of all the kits, you'll be getting 11 pens in total. You're getting one of your Spectrum Noir art liners. It's a 0.3 mil nib on this one. So if we bring this pen out, we can have a little look at exactly how fine that is. Super, super fine nib that we've got on there. So it's going to allow you to get into all of that detail. So perhaps you've started with the kits, perhaps you've been colouring in some of the designs, but you want to take it a step further. You want to start drawing your own artwork. Well, this is going to be absolutely ideal in order to allow you to do that. So we're including one of those in each and every single one of the kits. Art liners are fantastic quality. I always have one of these on my craft desk just because I use them day in, day out, whatever sort of craft I am doing. They're just fantastic quality pens. Next up, we've got 5 of our illustrators. Now these are very much the top of the tree when it comes to our fantastic Spectrum Noir pens. Dual-ended on these, and what you've got on one side, you have got your super, super fine bullet nib, allowing you to get into the most precise of details with complete and utter ease. Fantastic quality, nice and dense, so it allows you to get in that detail without it being too sort of soft a nib. And then on the other end, we have got that beautiful quality Japanese brush nib. I mean, it tapers to such a fine point. It also is going to allow you to get into all that detail, but it's also going to allow you to do all those flicking techniques. So if you're thinking about colouring hair, then this nib is going to be absolutely ideal. You've got those 5 different colourways, and it tells you on the top exactly the colour that you are getting. So it's the same sort of numbering and lettering and naming system that we used with our conventional illustrator pens that we bring to you in the Spectrum Noir range. You've got your letters, which are telling you what colour family it is. So TN, that's meaning it's our tan family, and the number is telling us how light or how dark that colour is. So the lighter the colour, the lower the number, the higher the number, the darker that colour is going to be.
Okay.
So those are our 5 illustrator pens that we're getting included in the kit, 5 different colours of course. And then we move on to our classiques, and perhaps you're new to your alcohol pen colouring and you're sort of thinking, well, why are we having 10 different alcohol markers but then 2 different types? Well, the nibs are different, both alcohol based with your classiques and your illustrators. The difference is the nibs. So both of them are double-ended. But with our classiques, on one side, once again, we have a very, very fine bullet nib on that side, allowing you to get into all that detail. But then on the other side, the difference with our classiques is that we have that lovely broader chisel nib. So if you're colouring large areas, if you want to cover wider sort of areas with your colouring quite quickly and easily, then this particular chisel nib is going to be absolutely ideal for doing that. So it's really important to have both different types of pens included in every single one of those kits, because it's allowing you to get different techniques when it comes to those colouring, which is absolutely fabulous. So those are all your pens, 11 pens in total. I mean, that'd be brilliant value just for the pens on its own, but it's not just about the pens, it is of course about that artwork as well. So what we're including in every single one of these kits is 12 different printed designs. You've got 6 different designs and 2 of each, and the difference between the 2 of each is that you're getting one in grey and you're getting one in the more intense crisp black. Now the idea of the grey design is that you can colour your image, but then you can bring in your fantastic art liner and start to add in some more detail yourself. So you can start to sort of become more of an artist, if you like, as you start to grow in confidence. Bring in that art liner, trace some of that detail, and you're starting to almost draw in the designs yourself, which I think is brilliant in terms of maybe bridging that gap between just colouring to start with, then colouring and doing a little bit of drawing, and then that next step is to start to actually draw your own design. So it really is holding your hand through that whole process, that whole journey from starting off that first time you've picked up a pen, first time doing a little bit of colouring, all the way through to actually drawing your very own designs, which I think is absolutely amazing to allow you to progress on, to allow you to build up in confidence, build up in your skills. And how gorgeous is that, this artwork?
Beautiful images.
It's amazing, isn't it? All the detail. I mean, look at that hair, just absolutely incredible level of detail. But I have to say, I love the fact that we are bringing to you those grayscale, lighter, more muted designs as well. These are going to be amazing for starting to practice all of that drawing, starting to practice using your art liners to actually add in that detail. How beautiful are they? All of those are hand-drawn as well, so you know you've got that beautiful, quality, sketchy feel to all of those designs. So you've got your pens, you've got your 12 sheets, but it's about the education as well, which is so important. If you are new to your colouring, it's going to hold your hand through every single step of the journey. So included, you've got your booklet, which is giving you lots of hints and tips about how to colour these particular images, how to do all your blending and your shading, but also included on all of these booklets, there's a little QR code on the back which you can scan, which is going to take you to exclusive online video content, which is going to step you through how to create this incredible sorts of artwork that we're seeing here. Incredible amount of goodies that you're getting as part of this kit, and this is just one of the 4. Details on your screen is for that collection of 4. You're getting 96 elements in total for an amazing Platinum Club price today of £71.98 or $95.98. Amazing. I mean, what a fantastic gift these are going to make. We're starting to think about Christmas, and these are just going to be absolutely ideal. Love these, and don't they look absolutely fantastic in those presentation boxes as well?
Absolutely. Hannah Gosling-Smith asks, are these the same as the Discovery kits? Have they been just repackaged, or are these completely new?
These are very much like our older kits, but we've jazzed them up a little bit. We've brought them a new lease of life, and we've given you a fantastic price on them as well. So these are not new as such. You'll have seen some of the designs before, but the actual kits, that combination, the way we've brought them together and packaged them is a little bit different. But the kits that we'll be having a little look at later are Fan Art Like a Pro kits. Those are brand new, hot off the press.
Fantastic. Lots of people are coming in to say hello, and Betty Weaver says hello from rainy Idaho. Sandra Dundas says, this is the time for this northern gal to say to all of our chatty chums in the south who are under this storm to stay safe, please. Yes, it didn't look very nice when I saw some photos from London this morning. And Christy Mahoney is here to say hello. Kim Lusk is saying good morning from Texas. Been a great week of crafting, and hope everyone's day is starting off well. Sean Sanderson says, oh dear, I'm not sure I can afford to watch today. It was a Harry Potter colouring book that got me into crafting. Oh, I'll show you that in just a moment. Hannah says, Wild at Heart collection is leopard print, and I have a massive leopard print tattoo. Now there's a Spectrum Noir Harley Quinn kit, and I have a foot-long Harley on my thigh. I need to get some peacock stuff next. Sheila Swift says, weather not too bad here in the East Midlands, a bit gloomy, but quite lucky compared to some areas of the UK. Adriana is here saying hello from San Antonio, Texas. Wendy says hello from a wet Newcastle. How was the kitten situation? I still haven't told anyone yet. I'm going home tomorrow. I'll keep it as a surprise when I get home. Lillian says, it's great having you here for 6 whole days, Becky. Hi, Lily and the CTV crew. The rain in London has been torrential. Rosalind says, I like the full-size images. I have the previous kits, more the size of cards. And Adriana says, it is a gorgeous artwork. You're not joking. These are amazing. And I've got more here. Because like you said, there's a Harley Quinn one, and we've got Harry Potter ones as well to show you. They are really incredible. The first one I'm going to show you is the I'm Batman. That's how my voice sounded earlier on, isn't it? These are your selection of your heroes and villains collection here. Once again, as Lily said in that previous one, we have given you different images. You've got 6 different images, some in black print and some in that lighter grey. You've got a collection of your classic art liners. You've also got your illustrators. You've got your art liner, loads and loads of how-to guides and all that information. You can see the images on the back. But these are, if you've got anybody who's keen on reading comics, watching comics, doing a little bit of art, this is the thing for you to go for. These are going to be, actually, you know what? So, being able to work your way through something like this is going to build people's confidence, build their skills, and pretty soon we'll probably see them doing cartoons that we see on the TV. £34.99 or $44.99. Platinum price is £27.99 or $35.99. The next one is, gonna go in this? I've got, follow me, the Joker. The Joker. Again, you're going to get all those colours to work with this collection. All the colours are going to work with the Joker. You're getting all of those images in here as well. So each one of these packs works in the same way. You're getting those classics, you're getting the illustrators, and you're getting that fine line marker as well. And you're getting all of that information in there to create and work with all that sort of education and all that online content as well. All of these are the same price. The platinum price is $27.99 or $35.99. The next one we're going for is Harley Quinn. Again, you're going to get all the colours that work with this collection. You're going to be getting all of those designs as well in here too. So as 6 different designs, 1 in black and 1 in grey. That's your Harley Quinn. Next one is your Wonder Woman. I would spin around, but I'd probably fall over. Love a bit of Wonder Woman. I had a friend that worked on the first Wonder Woman film.
No way.
It taught them how to shoot. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Claim to fame right
information, like we say all the time. Again, same price. Same price, same back channel. Same price, you're going to be getting the colours that work with this design. You're going to get those pre-printed images as well. Then we're going to go for Superman. Fantastic. I mean, I love the designs of these, and I love the fact that you're going to get all of those colours. I mean, I'd find it really difficult to choose which one I was going to go for. Look at all those different images there. And brilliant for, you know, I just think this has come out at just the right time, thinking about Christmas presents. And I have to say, sometimes you get boxes of goodies and you think, they feel like they're mostly packaging. This is heavy. There's a lot in here. You're getting a lot of pens, and they're full-size pens. They're good quality pens. You're getting all of that paper as well. This one is the Flash. If anyone, again, I'll have to get 1 or 2 or possibly 3 for my son because he loves the Flash and he would love to work with these as well. Really brilliant collection. Now we're going to Harry Potter. Did you like my Harry Potter? No, you didn't like that. Who was that? That was my Dobby impression. I could go, Harry Potter, the boy who lived. This is your Harry Potter magical companions in this one. You've got Buckbeak and you've got Dobby images and also the Phoenix in the back here. So once again, you've got those images and you've got your pens as well. Very busy for this one. I'm not surprised. I like this one. This is the one I would be going for. $27.99 or $35.99. Then we have Harry Potter. This is the most popular one here. Lots of different images of Harry. Who doesn't love a bit of Harry Potter? There we go. All of those lovely images there. Again, all those pens that are going to work to really ensure that you can create images like this at home. And then the final one is your magical creatures. So let me just see who you've got here. I can't even remember who half these things are. You've got the basilisk, and you've got mermaids, and you've got, I can't think what those little things, what were those little things called? They came out of Piskies? Can't remember. Anyway, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you will know exactly what they're called. You've got all of those colours and those images there. Once again, £27.99 or $35.99. Phil Watson says, the Joker, not a particularly good likeness for Ben Mosby. Yeah, then it doesn't look like Ben at all. And they are pixies, I was right. But I think they call them piskies. Did they call them piskies? Something like that? Right, Lily, going to get started on a demo.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to go back to that Pro Colour kit collection. Details on your screen for that one. It's the one where you're getting those 4 kits for £71.98 or $95.98. Just want to share with you a few techniques that you can get started with when you get these fantastic kits home. But don't forget as well, within that box you get all those sort of guides, those helpful tutorials, giving you ideas, giving you hints and tips with this kit. And make sure you're scanning that QR code as well, because you get that exclusive video content as well. So it really is going to hold your hand through that whole process. Even if you are brand new to colouring, you can still get those fantastic results because we're giving you all that education as well, which really is invaluable. So I've taken one of the sheets that you're getting as part of this fantastic Adventures in Colour box. I've gone for the black one for this particular design. I'm going to start off with the hair. And I was talking to you earlier about the nibs and the importance of including both our illustrators and our classiques within each and every single kit. Starting off with the hair, I always say if we want to get that lovely flicking technique, then that brush nib is absolutely the one to go for. When we take the lid off, and I've gone for the TN8, this lovely russet colour from our kit, you can see that lovely quality brush nib, and it's tapering to such a fine point at the end. And by having a little bit of flexibility to that nib is what allows us to get those flicking techniques, get that lovely effect on the hair. So let's start off with just a small section. I always say this, it doesn't matter what I'm colouring in, always start off with a small section. Don't think I'm going to colour all the hair in this particular colour, so I need to do all the hair in one go. You don't need to at all, just focus on a small area. It makes it easier in terms of it's less overwhelming, but also it's a lot easier in terms of blending, because that way you'll be blending when the ink is still wet rather than trying to blend onto dry cardstock, which is always a little bit more difficult. You'll notice as well I've got a piece of scrap paper or scrap card underneath. It doesn't matter what sort of card or paper you've got underneath, it doesn't have to be specialist marker cardstock, just something that's going to protect your surface. And also it means that when we're colouring with our image, completely normal to have seepage through to the reverse of that pen. That's completely normal. It means that the ink's moving within the fibres of your card. If you've got a non-porous surface underneath, like your glass mat, the danger is that that ink is sort of got nowhere to go. So it can pull on that glass mat and ultimately be sucked back into that cardstock, which is absolutely not what we want. By having something porous underneath, it means that that ink, if it's going through to the other side, can actually be sucked into that cardstock underneath, and that way it's not going to be actually sucked into the artwork that we're colouring above. So just a little top tip to always have that piece of cardstock underneath what you're colouring. So all we're doing is we're starting off with this small area, and I'm just letting that brush nib do all the hard work. I'm not really having to think, I'm not really having to put too much effort into this really. I'm turning my artwork as I need to allow me to get that flick nice and easily. So I've not got my wrist sort of in an awkward position, and I'm literally just flicking, and I'm leaving what we call a preserved highlight. So you can see I'm only using one pen colour, so one of these 10 colours that we've got within the kit, I'm only using just the one, but we're getting that light and shade, we're getting that dimension and that shine on the hair by leaving that preserved highlight, that area where we're not adding any colour, just in the centre there. Imagining the light is shining down onto her hair and it's casting that lovely little bit of shine on the centre. So just making sure I'm not filling out that whole area. Let's add a little bit more. You can see I'm getting into all that fine detail, even though I'm using my brush nib, because it goes to such a fine point at the end, we can still get into all that really intricate detail. So you can see that first bit there, how quick and easy was that? With the one pen, you can still get the most fabulous effects and the most fabulous amount of dimension by using that technique of actually allowing that little bit of white to stay without colour on the centre of her hair there.
But amazing just with one colour.
It is, isn't it?
That, yeah.
I think so often we talk about that 3-pen blend and we think, oh, we need to have that light, that medium and that dark, but it's not always the case, especially if you're new to colouring. We are getting an awful lot of pens in this kit. 10 pens is a lot, but we're not having to have tons and tons and tons of pens to be able to get that light and shade, to be able to get that dimension. And as well, it's a lot quicker. By only using the one pen, I'm not switching between pens. I'm just using that one shade, and it's nice and quick to actually start to get that depth and dimension. How cool does that look? Absolutely love this technique. So it's so simple, so easy, and you are just letting that brush nib do all the hard work by flicking. And always find the way that you find it easier to flick. Some people find it easiest to flick downwards, some people find it easier to flick upwards. It's just whatever you find more natural. As well, if you have your Totally Tiffany rotating design board, that's absolutely ideal when you're colouring anything like that. With these being A4 in size, these sheets, it will fit onto that design board nicely. And it just allows you to rotate your artwork a lot more easily rather than having to sort of rotate it manually like we're doing here. So just continue with that same technique. You've actually got 3 different brown tones within this particular kit, so you could be using any one of those to create this same technique, as we're only using the one shade on this particular demo. But how dimensional is that starting to look? Just
really quick that you've got that effect just with one pen. I'm amazed.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's so incredible that you can get those sorts of results literally straight out the box. I'm not needing to use any other pens that I've got maybe my stash already, or I'm not even having to use any other pens that we've got in the box. And you've seen how quickly this was. I mean, we've nearly done half of a hair in literally a couple of minutes. So these are not always going to be projects that you have to spend hours and hours over if you don't want to. I mean, of course you can. If you want to get into those really advanced techniques and spend a lot of time on these, absolutely, that is your own personal choice. But if you are new to colouring, perhaps you're a little bit daunted and you think, well, is it going to take hours on end, and is it going to be a project that I'm having to spend weeks and weeks over? Well, you can see here, absolutely not. It can be as quick or as advanced and detailed and intricate as you want it to be. So very quickly, we've coloured that full left-hand side of her hair. So that's our Illustrator pens in action. Let's bring in now one of our classiques and show to you how fantastic these are and exactly why we need that super fine bullet nib on the end of our classique. So here we've got our Sunshine, not something we've been seeing an awful lot of here in the UK over the past few weeks. So let's bring it to our craft rooms with this pen instead. This is our CT2, our Sunshine. You can see we've got these little stars, these lovely detail around our image. Really quite intricate design that we've got with these particular stars. So you need something with a really fine nib in order to get in the detail on these. And you can see with absolute ease, you can colour in even the most precise and small images because you've got that really fine bullet nib on all of these classic pens. They're just absolutely fantastic to get into all of that detail. You can see how quick and easy it is to start to actually build up that image, build up those details on your stars, not having to go over the lines at all because you've got that easy ability to stay within the lines with that lovely bullet nib. So super simple to use that bullet nib. Love that. Now, should we go in? Let's go back to our illustrators, I think. Show you another flicking technique when it comes to her dress. We've got those lovely sleeves that she's got on her dress there. So let's go in with our BG2, one of our illustrators. And let's show you again that flicking technique. But of course, it's not just about creating the technique on a hair. You can be doing that same flicking technique that you've learned and mastered by colouring the hair. You can be applying that to other areas of the design. So here, all I'm doing is I'm following the clues that we've already got within that artwork. So I can see the lines that the artist has drawn into this image, and I'm just following along the lines. I'm just starting to actually build up that detail. So where I'm thinking that that fold might be casting a shadow, I'm adding the colour, and where I think there's going to be a highlight, where I think it's going to be a little bit lighter, I'm just leaving it white. Again, I'm leaving in those preserved highlights. So once again, only using that one colour of pen, and you can still get your depth, still get your dimension just by leaving in those preserved highlights. So a very easy technique to do. It's one that pretty much anyone can do straight out of the box when you're getting these kits home, but it still looks fabulous, and you're getting that dimension, you're getting that realistic, lifelike look onto your colouring. So you can see there literally just a couple of different techniques showing you why both of those pen types that we bring to you as part of your kit, both your illustrators and your classics, showing you why those are so important to have all of those different nibs. I mean, that was just showing you a few techniques, but when you start to build up that colouring, when you start to build up that design, you can get the sort of finished results that you can see on the packet there. How amazing is that? Think of you being able to colour and get those same sorts of results at home. How exciting is that? But how fun is it to actually get started, get your teeth into your colouring and having so much fun with these kits? I'm really, really excited for you guys at home to get these home, and I'd love to know which kits you go for. Is it going to be your Pro Colour kits, or is it going to be some of those new kits that we bring to you as part of the Pro Fan Art? I'd love to know, or maybe you're going for both.
Absolutely, they look incredible. Loads of techniques that you're going to be learning there. Linda says, just outside of London, lots of rain, but no high winds really. Loving the outlet, too many lovely things to order, and I love the new fan art kits. Adriana says, would it be possible to see the Harry Potter illustrations out of the box? Which ones? There's 3. Let me know which ones and I'll open them up so you can have a look. Karen says, I would love a one-to-one colouring session with Lily. She's amazing. Maybe you can... Maybe when we did that the draw with Michelle, we did like a raffle, didn't we?
Yeah.
And maybe you should, if next time we do something like that, you should put yourself in for a kind of craft along colour with me session with Lily.
As long as I didn't have to do the technology myself, as long as I could do it here, it'd be all right. Because the thought of me trying to rig up a camera at home, I can barely turn my laptop on in the morning.
You've got enough, you can have a room that's just a studio in your house.
I could, but I'd have no one to operate it, which would be the issue.
Yeah. You just get
I'd love to.
Liam to come round. Liam will be able to sort that out for you, no problem at all. If you've got any questions, please do message in and let us know. Lily's here all morning, then we've got Leanne later on and Debbie as well in the last show. So lots and lots of opportunities for you to answer any questions. I'm loving this. I think this is a kind of key item for this anyone that was interested in doing a little bit of design, great for Christmas presents as well. We're going to give you the opportunity to check out your baskets. Remember, we've got all of those fantastic deals in the outlets, so don't miss out on those, and we will see you in a couple of moments.
Hi, I'm Ben from Crafters TV. As you may know, we've just launched an amazing new website, our new home of papercraft to house all of your crafty needs. And as we've had a bit of a makeover, I'm here today to help you log into your account on our brand new site. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Go to the Crafters Companion homepage. Make sure to select the correct location at the top of the page. Go to the My Crafters icon on the top right of your screen. Next, enter your email address. Then, enter your password. Click the Sign In button. You should now be logged into your account and taken to your My Crafters page. When you're ready to log out, go to the left-hand side of the page and click the Log Out button in the My Account box. When you're logged out, you'll be taken back to the Crafters Companion page. And it's as easy as that.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Hello everybody, welcome back. We are we're in the second day of that incredible sale on the website, up to 80% off you can get on certain items. There were 800 items yesterday, there's less than 600 today. Do please make sure you have a look there and make sure there's something, well, make sure you're not missing out on a really very good deal, because there are some incredible ones there. Another item we have on a great deal is the builder block. This is your Kaleidoscope. These are multimedia dies, so they'll cut through multiple layers of fabric at any one time. You can also use them for cutting card, but they're made for being able to be cut out of fabric, so you can create designs like this. Now, if I turn around the back, you will see the different shapes that you get in this collection. This is really useful because you can create, as you can see, this is how that design would look, but by changing up the colours, you really get a totally different effect. Inside the little booklet in here, it gives you the step-by-step instructions as to how to put it all together, but there's also a couple of pages with that grid line of this put out, so you can then colour it in so you can create your true design. When you see a design like that, it is absolutely beautiful. No wonder we've called it Kaleidoscope, because it really does look like looking through those kaleidoscopes here. These are your builder blocks. They will work together with other builder blocks that you may have. These are absolutely fundamentally wonderful if you are a soft crafter, if you're getting into quilting, because you've got that precision cut, you've got the ability to cut through those multiple layers of fabric, which means that all the cutting can be done very, very quickly, and you can get on with the really fun bit, which is actually putting everything together. A fantastic price here. I mean, really fantastic. This should be $49.99. It's reduced to £19.99 or $21.98. But if you're platinum, it's just $15.99 or $17.58. Fantastic deal, this one. That really is incredible, isn't it? Like that one a lot. What have you got over there, Lily?
Fantastic Kinetic pop-out dies. Now, these are amazing. If you want to create something with a little bit of difference, with that sort of interactive kinetic factor, then these are definitely the ones to go for. And for that price, it's an absolutely incredible price. For 3 die sets, just £12 or $15.20. And these are your shaped pop-out expressions. 3 dies in total across the 3 sets. So you've got 3 different occasions covered throughout this whole collection. So first up, we've got Best Wishes. Then the next of our 3 designs is Many Thanks. And then finally we move on to With Love. A really nice detail with the little hearts on the left and the right hand side on this particular design. So you're getting all 3 of these pop-out designs, but perhaps you've never seen our fantastic pop-out dies before. Well, these are amazing. So first up, we look at our lovely card. You think, yeah, gorgeous card from the outside, but then you open it, and you've got that fantastic pop-out element on the inside. How fantastic does that look? It's taking what is still a very pretty card, but it's taking it from quite ordinary to quite frankly extraordinary. How fantastic is that? It's literally one pass through the die cutting machine to get that result. You get both the cut lines and the score lines within that one pass as well, making it super easy. And also, as if that wasn't good enough to have that super simple concept, we are also including instructions as well, making it very easy to get crafting with these. And of course, you will see over the years, we've done quite a few different shows that feature these, so you can find lots of different demonstrations here over on Crafters TV just by checking out our YouTube. Of course, that intended concept is to have that pop out on the inside, but how about actually creating that pop out on the outside of a card? Very easy with a trifold design that we've got with this particular card. Cutting it on the centre, few mats and layers, a little bit of almost like paper piecing with the letters, few embellishments, and how fabulous does that look? But super easy with just one pass through that die cutting machine. Or maybe you're going to take it even one step further as well and create some really funky sort of card shapes.
That's quite cool. I like that.
Funky, I mean, I don't know what we call it in terms of a card shape, but I think it looks fantastic. Using some of your pattern papers from that beautiful Sarah Signature Caring Thoughts collection. But the fantastic thing is it actually falls flat for posting as well, so very easy to pop these through the mail. All 3 of those designs, don't forget, you are getting as part of this collection is the With Love. You're also getting your Best Wishes, and finally your Many Thanks. So covering a range of occasions for just £12 or $15.20.
Brilliant. That is fabulous. Next item I'm going to show you are some shape cutters. So I've got 2 here in this bundle. This first one is your Dresden shape cutter. So the ones that I've got over here are all soft craft. So if you're thinking, what do I do with this? I don't understand for my paper craft. These ones are for soft craft. Dresden plate, it looks like this kind of shape over here. The idea is you take your fabric and you either put it on a fold, you fold it and you put it on this placement line down here, and then you use your rotary cutter to cut through this diagonal line and then these straight lines to create these kind of fan shapes that are going to be used together. But this is a two-in-one kind of design, because actually you can use your raw edge of your fabric and you could line it up down here, so you could have a fan in two different colours, like the two halves in different colours. Now we've made full use of all of the shapes that we've got here. We've got a curve just here, so what you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of fabric, you're going to fold it into quarters, you're going to line up along that right angle where you've got those fold lines, and then use your rotary cutter to cut around the edge, and that will create the circle to go in the middle. So you can see on the back here the type of thing I'm talking about, where you have your folded piece of fabric and you create that full kind of fan. Or if you just want to do half of one, you will sew them together to create dual colours, and then you can see how you'll be able to create those different circles to go in the middle. So that is your Dresden plate. And then we have the same shape cutter. This is your orange peel, and it works in the same way that you've got these beautiful curves here. Now, if you're using the smallest curve, I would use the smallest rotary cutter you have. You can get ones that are very, very tiny, because you want to go through that curve. Your rotary cutter is going to sit in that groove, and it's going to allow you to cut that with absolute precision. Once again, you can do them in two different colours if you just put your fabric on the different placement line. £18 or $24. The platinum price is £14.40 or $19.20. Lily, what have you got over there?
I have got the most amazing deal on one of our Sarah signature collections. It's all about that garden party range. An 8-piece selection as part of this collection that you're getting, £20.80 or $26.40. You've got an incredible saving of over 65%, which is absolutely amazing value for money. And you get so many crafty goodies as part of this collection. I love the fact that it's not just about sort of one type of crafting. It's not just about die cutting or not just about stamping. We are bringing to you lots of different items, including stamps, dies, and what we're going to look at first off, which is some of our fantastic embossing folders. A beautiful level of detail that you're getting as part of these 2D embossing folders, around 5 inches by 7 inches in size, so a really nice statement size. It could be that full background of your cards if you so choose. Look at this beautiful vintage parasol. How gorgeous is that? I mean, you could be mixing and matching that with other collections. Maybe you've got our chinoiserie collection that we brought to you a few years ago. You could be giving that almost like an oriental feel if you want to. But bring out your different colours of inks, bring out maybe your gilding waxes. Can you imagine that embossed on black with some gold gilding wax?
Nice.
How dramatic would that look? You've got all the detail in there. Maybe you're going to be bringing out some of your gems to pick out some of those details. Absolutely, you can be doing that, but just a beautiful embossing folder that we've got with our vintage parasol. Next up, we have another gorgeous embossing folder. This time round, it's our towering teacups. I mean, can you imagine if you're having maybe like a bake sale, an afternoon tea sort of charity fundraiser for your invites? This will be incredible. Perhaps you're giving somebody vouchers for afternoon tea as a gift. What an amazing idea to actually create a matching card using this fabulous embossing folder. But let's be honest, here in the UK, tea is appropriate for just about every single occasion. So this is going to be a useful one, that's for sure. I'm thinking housewarming cards as well, new home sort of cards, put the kettle on, that sort of idea. Just a beautiful embossing folder. But as well, you've got the gorgeous teacups stacked against that background. Think of maybe actually snipping into this, embossing it multiple times and starting to decoupage those layers onto that main design. Lots of options with that fantastic embossing folder. Now, next up, we're bringing to you a couple of edgeable dies. And I love the fact that you can be using these on either side as well with our beautiful whimsical balloons. You get both almost like the backing plate and the detail. Of course, use them together and you'll get that beautiful result like we are seeing there. But you can be using that separate inner detail without that outer die and using it just as a border rather than a classic edgeable style design. Beautiful level of detail, and once again, think of snipping into that one to use them as just individual balloons rather than that full border if you so choose. Next up, we have another of our beautiful edgeable style designs, this one being our ornate lace. This is going to be a useful one that you'll be using alongside lots of other items in your crafty stash. I know we bring to you a lot of detail and a lot of decorative lacy designs, lacy dies, or maybe they're going to be pretty flower stamps, it's going to work a treat with this one. Once again, use it in both your landscape, use it in your portrait, but there are separate dies here. Again, 2 separate dies that you can use separately or together. That choice is completely yours. Now we have a fantastic set of both stamps and dies, matching stamps and dies, and you're getting an awful lot as part of this set. This is our gorgeous vintage birdcage. So you're getting both the matching stamps, and then you're getting the dies, which are going to enable you to actually cut those stamps out. So you no need to fussy cut with these. You get that beautiful finished result nice and easily and quickly. Beautiful vintage designs here that's going to work with all the other fabulous artwork that we've got as part of this collection. Now next up, sentiments are always super important with all of our creations, whether it's going to be invitations, whether it's going to be happy birthday cards, or maybe even scrapbook pages. Love the font on here. You've got that beautiful, really decorative font, but it's not just about the words, you're getting the numbers as well and the ordinals too. So a very useful set of sentiment stamps for lots and lots of different projects. And then finally, it's one that you see an awful lot on a lot of our different samples, not just garden party creations, but lots of other different makes as well. It's our party die set. You're getting both that inner detail and that matte and layer die as well, enabling you to add that almost like a drop shadow if you want to with that design. And when we start to bring in some of the finished samples, you can see how perfectly everything within this collection is going to work together. Using that beautiful edgeable die, using some of the sentiments alongside your vintage birdcage, you can create the most gorgeous, most decorative, most girly, most soft and spring-like cards. Look at that, the colourways are just absolutely gorgeous. Perhaps you've got other paper pads in your collection. You might not have the garden party paper pad. Maybe you've got things like the vintage rose. Perhaps it's going to be that new fuchsia paper pad that we brought to you on Monday. Maybe even you're going to be creating your own inky backgrounds. But I mean, look at this, how absolutely incredible is that? Talk about a showstopper of a make, creating those trifold cards using lots of elements from this collection. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful range and quite frankly an incredible price, £20.80 or $26.40 for that 8-piece selection. We say 8-piece, that's 8 different packets, but the amount of individual components, there's an awful lot more than that. Definitely the time to snap up that one while we've still got the stock.
Fantastic. And we have a quick question from Helen, asked whether all of those dies that you've got in that collection will go through the Gemini MIDI.
Let me just have a look. Yes, definitely, for sure. I think all of the dies will go through the mini. It's just the embossing folders you will need your MIDI for. But yeah, MIDI, absolutely fine. Great shout on that one.
Fantastic.
Good idea. Or maybe, if you've done like I might very well have done and gone for that rose gold junior machine, they'll all fit through your junior as well. Check out the outlet sale. It's down to around about 70 quid. Yeah, £70 for a rose gold Gemini junior. Do check out that outlet sale. Lots of bargains.
Maybe that'd be your colour scheme for your craft room. Maybe it'd be rose gold.
Well, I'm thinking like pinks, rose golds, that sort of idea, yeah.
That's going to work.
It's going to look pretty. I thought, I've got to have it. It's pretty. I need it. So it went in the basket. The basket was checked out, but who knows how many other orders I'll be placing before the end of that outlet sale. Who knows?
You've got to take full advantage of it, don't you? And the next item I'm going to show you are the Quilting Pattern Guide collection. So this is the first one you go for. This is the reference guide. So this is made of a thick acrylic. It has got a bit of a texture to it, so it means it doesn't slip when you pop it onto your fabric. Now the idea of this is you will place your item that you want to quilt. So perhaps you've done a patchwork, you'll pop this over the top and then you will use your heat erasable pens to draw these grid lines on here. And as you can see, you've got different grid lines in here, so you can move everything around so you can create multiple grid lines. Now, this is key because when you come to use something like this, which is one of our quilted pattern guides, you want to be able to line up these little shapes in order to change your home sewing machine into a quilting machine. All you need to do is to change your foot on your machine to a free motion machine embroidery foot or a darning foot, and it needs to be a completely circular one. If you're using a brother machine, sometimes they become an oval. An oval one will not work. You just need to use a circular one. And basically that then sits and goes around the edge of these shapes. Now, because you've got those grid lines using that reference guide on your fabric, you're able to line everything up. And if you see just down the side here, if I just turn it that way, can you see that? It's a bit of a glare. You can see all of those different patterns that you were able to make just from this one design. So this one is your apple cores, but I've got other ones here and they all make different designs. This one is your circles, and once again down the side here we show you all of the different types of designs that you can be making. We also have your orange peels. Again, lots of different designs that you can create here, which historically you would have struggled to do unless you were doing totally free motion machine embroidery. This way, by having this guide, allows it to be a little bit more structured, a little bit more even. And then finally, the last one is your clamshells. Again, creating these beautiful designs that you've got down here. A great price for all of this. This is just £29.99 or $24.95. Platinum price is $23.99 or $19.96. Lots and lots of items in there. Lily, what have you got over there?
I've got some of our fantastic jigsaw dies. Wow, this is an amazing price on these. £12 or $16 for 4 multimedia dies. You're saving over 65% once again, so an absolutely amazing saving on these jigsaw dies. So as part of this collection, you're getting 4 different designs. And these are all multimedia dies, so they're going to allow you to cut through those thicker materials that perhaps a regular wafer thin die would struggle with. So you can be cutting things like your fabrics, you can be cutting things like your mount boards as well. So you can be going through those slightly thicker textures to give you lots of different finished results with these amazing jigsaws. So first up we have got our heart. So you can see you've got that ability to actually create your very own jigsaws using these. It cuts out all those individual jigsaw pieces that form that larger heart design. Then next up we have our butterfly. Once again, same concept in that it's going to cut all of those designs out, all of those jigsaw pieces that make up that larger shape. Then we have that beautiful star. I mean, you could be using that one for Christmas as well. That would work perfectly for all of those festive makes. And then finally, you've also got your missing piece jigsaw. Really like this one. I think there's something really stylish about having the larger shape as a jigsaw piece with all those smaller jigsaw pieces inside as well. Now you can see all the designs, but these really do come to life when we start to look at the amazing finished samples and the sorts of things you can be creating when you get these jigsaws home. So the idea is, I suppose the intended concept, if you want to think of it that way, is to use these with your photographs. So what you're going to do is you're going to print off one of your photos. It could be one of your holiday snaps. It could be any sort of photo at all that you've taken over the years. Maybe it's going to be a beautiful flower in your garden. You're going to print that off and then you're going to mount it onto some of our mount board. I tend to use some of our spray adhesive on the back. I find that's the easiest and best way to do that technique. Mount your photo onto that mount board and then just lay the die over the top, cut it out, and you've got your fantastic jigsaw. You can use it here like we have here as a topper on the front of a card, or actually create that into a jigsaw, maybe pop it into a box and that recipient can then pop that jigsaw together. It's not just about using your photos though, you can be using these dies alongside your pattern papers as well. So what I tend to do when I'm using my pattern papers, I still stick them onto some mount board just to give them that more realistic effect so that they look like a real jigsaw, and then I run that through my die cutting machine once again. So you've got your layer of your paper and your mount board as well, and creating your beautiful concept cards. Such a gorgeous card using that fabulous star jigsaw. And then finally, how about doing something a little bit different? So actually creating your very own shaker cards. So using that die to cut an aperture into your pattern papers and then cutting some more of those dies from both your patterns and your plain cardstock and actually using those within a shaker card.
That's a good idea.
Super cool, that, isn't it? But
it's almost like one of those games.
Yes, oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean, trying to line it all up.
Yeah.
But something a little bit different. So it's not just about creating your traditional sort of jigsaws. You can be doing lots more besides with these fantastic dies. But for a price today of just £12 or $16, that is an absolute steal of deal. Definitely grab that one while you can. Oh my goodness, I've just worked it out. In the UK, it's £3 if you're part of Platinum per die set, £3, or if you're over stateside, $4 for a multimedia die that's going to allow you to create your very own jigsaws. Super cool, such a fun concept and such an amazing price point as well. Definitely grab it while we've still got the stock.
Fantastic. Great for Christmas cards as well.
Oh,
You know, if
yeah.
you like to send cards with photographs of the family on, that's ideal, isn't it? And the next item I've got are some applique dies. Now, whilst these have been formulated to use with soft crafts, they absolutely can be used for paper craft. These are multimedia dies, the same as those builder blocks. So they'll cut through multiple layers of fabric at any one time, but they'll also cut through card absolutely, with no problem at all. And they cut through felt really well. Now, my top tip for felt is I always cut 2, and I use the metal shim that comes with your Gemini. These are much bigger than you'd think, looking at the images here. So say, for example, the frog is actually 3.5 inches high. You get all the different components, all the different parts of their bodies in these dies. So you'll have the dies for the head, as well as the legs, the feet, all of those different things to put together. Now, these are absolutely fantastic for decorating items for children. Perhaps you want to decorate a T-shirt. But what about cutting them out of lots of different felt and then putting them in an ice box and giving them almost as a game for the children to play so they can create their own animals? Lots and lots of uses here. But of course, you can use these for cutting out of that funky foam, out of card as well. So great for using in your paper craft. That first one is your animal friends. And this next one is at the zoo. So once again, you've got all of those different shapes to create these different animals. Nothing to stop you from giving a monkey's tail to the giraffe. You can really mix and match and make your own kind of animals with this, particularly like that little panda. I think that has to be my favourite. Once again, these are all significant sizes. They're all around about 3.5 to 4 inches in height. These are absolutely gorgeous. £15.50 or $17.50. Platinum price is £12.40 or $14. Great gift. Another item. No, you keep thinking about Christmas. I keep thinking about Christmas. Now, Lily, what have you got over there?
I've got another amazing collection of dies and stamps that are going to allow you to create your very own Kinetic cards. I just love a Kinetic card because there's always something magical about when you're giving a Kinetic card, the recipient is always completely wowed about them. By having that interactive feature, I think there's something so special about that. And this is going to allow you to create your very own waterfall cards. So you're getting a die and stamp selection as part of this deal. 76 elements in total across the 3 sets I'm about to show you for just £16 or $17.60. That's an over 70% saving, which is absolutely amazing. So first up, we have got our Hip Hip Hooray. And as we turn that over, you can see that you're getting all the stamps for the decoration and all of the dies that are both decorative and also are going to create that waterfall mechanism. I'll show you in just a few moments some of the finished samples so you can see how incredible it is when you've got that waterfall concept onto all of your finished cards. That's your first design of the 3 though. Next up, we have got our tea party. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. When is tea not appropriate? Let's be honest, it's a fantastic thing to have on the front of any of your cards, or it could be on gift boxes as well, maybe giving some lovely tea bags as part of a present. How fantastic would it be to actually decorate that gift box with this sort of appropriate theme? I think that would look fantastic. But once again, you're getting the mechanism, all those decoration dies and the decoration stamps as well. And then finally, it wouldn't be tea without some cake as well. So we've got our Make-A-Wish with that fantastic cupcake design. Once again, all of those dies and all of those stamps included. So that's your 76 elements in total. But when you bring in the finished samples, you can see quite how amazing these look on all of your finished makes. So a gorgeous card here that we've got with the cup of tea stamps and dies. When you pull that bottom section there, you get that waterfall cascading effect, and then just slide that back upwards, and then it sort of lays back down just like so. But very easy to create once you actually have the dies, which do all the cutting, all the measuring for you. So you don't need to get your pencil and your ruler and your scoreboard out and have to work out all the measurements, which can take a little bit of time. You've got all the dies that will do that for you. And of course, by bringing to you the stamps as well, it allows you to decorate these to get the most fantastic finished makes, just like we can see here, pulling down on that little drawstring, and it gives you that waterfall cascading effect. I think there's something so magical about these waterfall cards, but honestly they are very, very easy to make once you've got the dies and the stamps which do all that mechanism for you. But just £16 or $17.60 for all 3 different designs. So you've got different designs for lots of multiple occasions. Fantastic saving and such a fun collection of stamps and dies.
Gorgeous, love those too. Another item that I have for you are the Builder banner dies and a stencil set. It also comes with a Builder Bloom one, but the first one we'll look at is this. And this is incredibly useful. You can create these out of card or paper or fabric or whatever you might like to do. You get a die here, large a rectangular die, but you'll also get different dies to create different bottoms of your bunting, effectively. So you can have that point, you can have a little piece that are cut out. You can also have this scalloped edge, and you can also have this curve. Now in here you'll also get stencils for all the letters of the alphabet as well. I mean, I don't know how many times I've looked at buying a banner in the shops, and they are, you know, they're cheap, they fall apart by the time you have to put it away. This way you can create a beautiful banner, whether it's out of felt, whether it's out of card, but something that really is exactly how you want it. It says exactly what you want as well, because sometimes, you know, you just see things saying happy birthday. It might not be nice to say happy 9th birthday. Quite often you don't get anything for those kind of numbered birthdays. So that makes it a really usable set of dies and stencils. And you'll also be getting in here, this is your Builder Bloom die set here. Once again, can be used with card, can be used with felt, can be used with cotton fabric. These are multimedia dies, and you can see how you can build up your pretty little flowers. This collection of these two different sets of dies is just £14.99 or $24.99. The platinum price is £11.99 or $19.99. Pete says, I just want to say, I love you all. I've just had a chat, and what luck I have. Oh, that's nice. Lois says, I love the jigsaw dies. They make great gifts made up and put up into a little box. And Carolyn says, a couple of these jigsaw dies, I cut out family photos and send the pieces loose, so it's a surprise when they put them together. That's a really nice idea. I like that. And Sandra Dundas says, I have the animals and we'll be getting them out for my great nephew's 2nd birthday card. Well, you might want to get this as well to make him a banner. Who knows? We're going to give you the opportunity to check out your baskets, and we will see you in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
what
how
does she do?
it looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate. Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place.
Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
Went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some...
Hello everyone, welcome back. We all know that you've been shopping in the outlet sale, but Kim says, I can't believe I've just received my outlet sale parcel with the builder blocks, literally 13 hours later.
That is incredible.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know what they've got over there. Maybe they've got magical dragons from the Harry Potter world delivering things. I just don't know. Jules says the outlet sale is fab. I went to Evesham on Monday and now saw the sale yesterday. I've purchased a few more items. My child says I may receive my fuchsia collection today. Sandra Dundas says I received my fuchsia collection the next day. I was expecting it to be 3 dyes. I told my hubby it would be small. He appeared at the door with a huge box, the showstopper and the bonus buy. The comment he said was not printable. Oh dear. I hope you have, I hope you have been buying things in the sale, but I hope he doesn't see what you've got. Evelyn has asked, said, Becky, my daughter wants to get into quilting. What plates does she need? If you're going to be using the builder block, I would suggest that you pop in fabric plates into your basket. They will allow you to cut through those multiple layers of fabrics many times without that sort of real kind of use on your plates. You can absolutely use the plates that you get with your Gemini. You need to use your metal shim and your clear plate with those normal outer plates as well. But you will find that because of the multimedia dies being so thick, you will get a lot of marking on those metal plates. Definitely go for the fabric plates, and I use mine for papercraft as well. Just saying.
Ooh,
because I'm
going
lazy.
rogue.
Yeah, definitely for me, that is the way to go. Pauline says, I make the jigsaws on funky foam, lighter to post than on mount board.
What a great idea.
Oh,
do you know what?
that's a
I've
good
never
idea.
tried that before, but do you know what? I will be trying that. That is for sure. I loved your idea as well earlier about the little characters, the little animals, using funky foam for those. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Really tactile as well. I think it's great for kids' cars. They like to have that slightly tactile element. So
Exactly.
I think it'd be ideal.
There's something about that foam. It's quite nice to stroke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stroke
It smells lovely as well. I love the smell of it. I don't know why, it's lovely. Lovely stuff.
Absolutely. Right, so we're going to go and have a look at the fan arts like a pro. We're going to look at the Harry Potter ones first of all. And the first one I'm going to show you is the Harry Potter one. And these are the most popular out of all of them. Unsurprising. I mean, everyone loves a Harry Potter film, don't they? These include in here, you've got different designs. You've got 6 different designs. You've got them in a black outline and also in a pale grey outline. But you've also got a selection of pens in here, all the pens you need to create and finish off these kind of designs. You can see here we've got a few of those different images, just cover that up there, those different images that you've got here. So that is your Harry Potter one. We've then got your magical companions with things like the hippogriff. You've got Dobby in here. You've got the phoenix as well. Beautiful images again. And you're going to get a wealth of information in here, a wealth of knowledge, ways of you being able to understand how to create all of that blending in there. And next one is your magical creatures. They include things like the basilisk, you've got the mer people in here, and you've also got the freshly caught Cornish pixies. I remembered what they were called in the end, and all of those colours as well. All of these are the same price. They are $34.99 or $44.99. Platinum price is $27.99 or $35.99. Lily, can you show us what's inside them, please?
Which one do we want to start off with? Go on. The main one?
Yeah.
Should we do a little bit of an unboxing of the main one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
let's do it. Because this is going to be you. You know, when you get this home, or maybe you give it to someone as a gift, this is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to do your very own unboxing. And the best part is that you know all of those goodies are yours. They're yours to start quilting with, yours to start creating with, and just having so much fun, enjoying this artwork. And like Becky said, who doesn't love Harry Potter? Even me, who doesn't even watch films, even I've seen Harry Potter.
Have you?
Yeah, I do like it.
What's your favourite?
I think it probably has to be Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
In America, it's called the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yes, somebody's told me that before. Interesting, isn't it? Different names, but yeah, there's plenty of films to choose from.
Absolutely,
that's for sure.
there is, yeah.
Maybe more into the books, it's still going to be absolutely perfectly relevant to go for these kits. It's just classic artwork. I think so many of us can sort of relate to this artwork. So many of us have seen the films. So many of us can just sort of relate to that iconic character that we've got with Harry Potter. So you're going to get your kit home and it looks like the most fantastic gift. I mean, look at that. The presentation is absolutely second to none. Super, super stylish. It's going to look amazing when you're giving this as presents. Maybe it's going to be for Christmas or birthdays. It's going to be ideal, whatever the occasion for these. You're getting a 24-piece set, but really you're getting so much more because you're also getting the education that I'll talk to you about in just a moment. £27.99 or $35.99 for everything you're getting included as part of this kit. So first up, let's have a little look at the pens. And once again, you're getting your art liner. It's a 0.3 mil end. So if we bring back in our cardstock, you can see you get that lovely fine nib, that lovely fine line with that fantastic art liner. Nice and jet black, so it's going to give you that really crisp line work. Then we've got 10 of our different pens, 5 being our illustrators, 5 being our classiques. They're both alcohol-based, really premium quality alcohol ink contained in each and every single one of those 10 barrels. But the main difference between your illustrators and your classiques is the nibs. So first up with our illustrator, one side you've got that super fine bullet nib, and then the other end we have that really nice quality, flexible Japanese brush nib that allows you to get those flicking techniques that we'll have a little look at in just a few moments. So that's your illustrator with your 2 different nib. The difference with your classiques is of course in the nibs. The ink is very similar within the barrels. So first up, once again, we get that fine bullet nib, allowing you to get into all of that detail that you've got contained within that fabulous licensed Harry Potter artwork. And then the other side is that broader chisel nib. So that allows you to lay down those larger sweeps of colour to actually lay down that colour more quickly over a larger area, so allowing you to work a little bit quicker. 5 different colourways within your classics, so you're getting those 10 different marker pens in total alongside that art liner pen as well. The pen colours are absolutely fantastic. The colourways, of course, being completely, perfectly matched, colour matched, to give you that accurate representation of our Harry Potter artwork. So the colouring that you're going to be doing is going to be completely realistic, completely sort of true to that character. So those are our fantastic pens. And then next up we come on to the most exciting part, I think, which is the artwork. And this is all genuine licensed Harry Potter artwork. It is that true classic artwork that we all know and love. 12 different sheets. So first up we have our black designs. So you're getting 6 of these. So look at all this incredible artwork that we are getting, all of that classic imagery. I mean, look at these, they are absolutely fantastic, and you are going to be able to colour each and every single one of these using the pens that you've got within the kit. Like I say, all of those pen colourways have been chosen by professional artists to actually enable you to get that accurate look and feel. It's going to look like true classic Harry Potter. 6 are in the grayscale as well. And the beauty of your art liners and the beauty of having this grey artwork is that you can start to bring in this art liner and you can start to draw back over the top of this artwork. It's going to allow you to practice your drawing skills as well as your colouring skills, so you can bring in that detail even more, which is amazing. So 12 sheets of your fantastic artwork all ready for you to start to bring into those pens to colour those up absolutely beautifully. Then of course, they're so
much
strong.
movement in them.
Yeah, they're so dynamic, they're so strong, aren't they? I mean, you can almost feel the atmosphere. There's something very atmospheric about these. I think they're just absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, we're bringing to you all that education, which is super important if you are new to colouring. So you've got that step-by-step guide contained within the booklet, giving you some ideas, some hints and tips on different techniques that you might be applying to the artwork. But then on the back as well, you are getting that QR code. So what you can do is just scan that QR code. It's going to take you to some exclusive video content, so it's going to show you lots of different techniques using that kit in video form, which I think is amazing. So all of that tuition, all 12 sheets of your printed artwork, and I've not even mentioned yet the fact that this is being printed, it's not just on any sort of regular paper or regular card, it's on specialist marker quality card, so you're going to get that beautiful laydown of colour when you're using your alcohol-based pens. And then all 11 pens, you're getting 5 of your illustrators, 5 of your classiques and 1 of your art liner, all contained within the most fantastic presentation box, making it the ideal gift. True, genuine Harry Potter artwork for £27.99 or $35.99. Absolutely incredible. I can see why that one's been one of the most popular ones today already.
I'm not surprised. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I love them. I was lucky enough to go on set when they were filming. I think it must have been the fourth or fifth one. I went on the set before they started putting all the lighting in, and I was walking down Hogsmeade and it was all sort of snowy. It's quite magical.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it is magical. As Rosalind says, when we were in London, we did the Harry Potter studio tour. If you're a fan, it is a must to do. It absolutely is incredible. These are lovely. Helen says, so happy I just placed my sales order before it ends this evening. Ben McCarthy is saying hello. Everyone is loving these because they are absolutely beautiful. There are so many different types you've got here. There is something here for everybody. With the Harry Potter ones, you've got the mystical creatures, you've got the magical companions, and of course you have Harry Potter in here as well. They're all the same price. They all work in the same way, but you've got different colours. You've got the colours have been specifically chosen in order for you to be able to create or recreate these different designs. They are absolutely incredible. Look at the back of that one here, that mystical creatures one. There are so many different types of designs you can do that. Lots of different types of skills that you're going to learn on this, because you've got scales and feathers and all sorts of different types of shapes and ideas that you need to make. I'm absolutely loving these. I wish my suitcase was a little bit bigger in order for me to take these home.
I think someone would notice, funnily enough. Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, you know...
Those are under lock and key. Those are very special.
They're actually really quite heavy.
They are, yeah.
said before, sometimes when you get boxes, you think, you know, there's a lot of packaging. This is really heavy. There's a lot in here, you know, as you've seen with all of those pens that you're getting in there, and also that premium quality paper you're getting in here. These are quite heavy. There's a lot in these. They are absolutely lovely. Really like these. Let's have a look. Any more messages coming in? A lot of people talking about jigsaws, those jigsaw dies, really liking those, that they have been using them as Christmas presents. I think that's a really great shout, and especially at that kind of price.
Oh,
why
gosh,
wouldn't you want to go for that?
Yeah, and I love that idea of the funky foam. It's definitely one that I'll be trying to keep that weight down. But should we do a little bit of colouring?
I think we should, definitely.
How exciting is it that you can colour in genuine Harry Potter artwork? I mean, that is super, super exciting, is it? Can you imagine maybe sitting down on a weekend? The weather's probably going to be awful here this weekend, let's be honest. So I'm imagining sitting down on the weekend, the weather outside is awful, you've locked all the doors, you've got nice and cosy, put the Harry Potter films on in the background and get colouring your Harry Potter artwork. How exciting is that going to be? And you can just get lost in colouring all these fantastic images. So we've got this beautiful image that we've chosen from our pack. Of course, we've got 6 different images to choose from, each in black and the grey as well. We've gone for the black for this particular little bit of colouring that we're going to do. And we've actually chosen a couple of our classic pens. So here we've got our BG6 and our Ruby, which is our DR4. I'm going to show you a little technique. I love this technique. I'm sure some of you will have seen this before. But we showed you earlier colouring with just the one Pantone. But here we're using just one red, but we want to get extra depth with that one red, that one DR4. This is where we bring in our grey tones. So let's start off with our BG6. This is one of our classics. I'm going to use that lovely fine bullet nib. I'm just going to start on this section of his robe here, this section in red. I'm actually just going to be following that artwork that we've got on the front of the packaging. I mean, of course, you could be mixing up the colours if you want, but let's be honest, we want to make it as realistic as we possibly can. So we want to be using all those included pen colours that have been specifically chosen to work with this artwork, to get the most realistic, the most true to life, the most genuine representation of Harry Potter that we possibly can. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So let's start off in this section, and I'm thinking around where his body is, it's going to be a little bit darker. His collar there is going to be casting a shadow onto his part of the robe behind, so it's going to be a little bit darker on that left side, and then it's going to be a little bit lighter on that right hand side. So what we're going to do with that in mind is we're going to take our BG6 and we're going to colour right up to that left hand side of this section of his collar on his robe. I'm going to go all the way down and we're going to colour. You can see how fine, how precise that bullet nib onto our classics is. So even though we've got quite a bit of fine detail within this image, even though it's really quite intricate, we know that we can get into all those nooks, all those crannies. We're not worrying about going over the lines. And if you do go over the lines, why not make a feature of it? Give it a sketchy look and feel if you want. So I always say there's no such thing as mistakes in crafting. We always say the happy accidents. So if you do end up, maybe you get a little bit excited, go a little bit gung-ho and you go over the lines, don't worry, make a feature of it. Rather than being worried about it and thinking you've made a mistake, make a feature instead. It can still look equally fabulous, but just with a sort of different technique instead. So we've coloured along that left-hand side with the grey. And you might be thinking at this point, Lily, well, on the image, it's red, you've coloured it in the wrong colour, but this is where we bring our red pen into place. This is our DR4. Once again, we're going in with that bullet nib. And all we're going to do is going to start off by colouring all over that grey that we've already laid down, and that grey is going to act as almost like a base coat. It's like when a lot of painters, perhaps they're painting in oil paints, a lot of the time they'll do what we call an underpainting, and it's where they start to map out the detail, where they start to map out the light and shade before they actually go in with almost like they're proper painting with the proper colours over the top, and it allows them to get that shading, to get that light, that depth, that dimension. That's exactly what we've done by adding that grey Pentone underneath. So we're not going to notice by the time we've added our red Pentone over the top that we've actually got any grey underneath. We're just going to think we've got two different tones of red. So it's going to create almost like a custom colour, almost like a deeper red tone that we've got, even though we're just using one red Pentone. Okay. Super cool technique. You can do this on any different colour. I find it works particularly well when you're using your red colour tones, but you can be using the same technique with absolutely any colour at all. Depending on the colour that you're using, you might want to go for an ice grey, you might want to go for a brown grey. If you're using warmer tones, I tend to use my brown grey like I'm here. If they're cooler tones, I'll usually go in with my ice greys. But completely up to you, depending on what colourway you're using. And you can see we're starting to get that lighter shade on the right hand side and that darker on that left hand side where we've got the grey underneath. And all I'm doing is I'm just leaving in a little bit of a preserved highlight. It's not exactly like that on the packaging, but just for a little bit of variety. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but just to give you a little bit more depth and dimension, that highlight onto that I think makes a nice difference. Then if you want to go back in over the top with a little bit more of the grey to deepen up on that left hand side to add even more depth and even more drama onto there, then absolutely you can be doing that. So go back in with your grey colour tone and start to add that depth even more onto there. How easy was that? But you can start to see how we've brought out some of that depth and dimension onto that part of his robe. Now, there's some white areas on this particular image, and so often we think with white areas to just leave them white, but in order to give that depth, that dimension, and actually to make them look even more white, you want to be adding a little bit of colour onto those white sections. So you can see we've got his collar there, that's going to be white. So let's bring in our BG2, that brown grey too, and let's actually add a little bit of grey onto his collar. It's going to add a little bit more depth, but it's going to make it look a lot more realistic. If you were to look at any white object in real life, it wouldn't be stark, crisp, pure white. You'd have different colour tones in there. You'd have bits of grey, where there's the shadows. You might even have little bits of perhaps green or blue as well. So by adding a little bit of the grey onto that, I'm not colouring over the full area. I'm still making sure that I'm leaving some of those sections pure white, but by colouring over just little bits around the edges and around where there might be shadows. So I'm thinking his neck will be casting a little bit of shadow onto his collar underneath.
I'd also expect his shirt to be slightly grubby anyway.
Well, yeah, let's be honest, it's a school shirt. I mean, what schoolboy has a perfectly clean shirt?
No,
I mean, really? Come on
That's
now.
why his tie's not done up properly, isn't it?
Well, yeah. There we go. It's a little bit bedraggled, but yeah, let's bring in now our BG6 to add even more depth and even more dimension. Not going over that full section that we've just coloured using our grey, that lighter tone of the grey. We're just adding a little bit of this to add a little bit more drama, a little bit more depth, or as Becky is saying, a little bit more muck, depending. I mean, let's be honest, white shirts, how long do they stay perfectly white for? As soon as you put them in the wash, even if you've got your colour catches and all the rest of it in, they end up not being quite white.
And especially around the neck. You know.
Oh yeah.
Although I imagine the house elves do keep their washing nice and pristine.
Do you think?
Probably do a good job. Yeah, I reckon.
Well, this one is not going to be perfectly perfectly white or crisp, but doesn't it make a difference by just adding in that little bit of a shading, that little bit of depth? If you feel like you want to blend it out a little bit more, if you think there's perhaps a little bit too much of a stark line between your darker and your lighter grey, just go back to your lighter grey and just start to drag out that darker tone. So just where that join is, just colour over that join, and that will start to blend those two colour tones together a little bit more, which is fantastic. Now let's do a little bit of his hair now. We've done a little bit of his robe, we've done a bit of his shirt. Let's bring in now one of our Illustrator pens. I'm going to go for a browny colour tone, this EB4. And this is the beauty of having this brush nib. It's perfect for all of those colouring techniques where we're doing our flicking motion. So ideal for your hair, ideal if you're colouring fur or anything like that. But let's use that same technique that we were showing a little bit earlier on that other kit from our other collection, and just flick and leaving that preserved highlight. So we're only using that one pen for this particular part, one pen for his hair, but we can still get that depth, still get that shade and that dimension by leaving that preserved highlight, which is a small section where we don't actually add any colour at all, adds that shine onto his hair, which gives us so much depth and dimension, but with just using that one pen tone. So fantastic to make those pens go even further. It looks like you've used more than one different tone of brown, but like you can see here, it is literally just one brown pen. Starts to add that depth and that dimension. I think it's such a super cool technique, one that even beginners can master, but gives you a fantastic result really quickly and easily. And it's literally as easy as that. And that's just about all his hair done and good to go. So just a couple of techniques there, showing you how you can colour. We're using your grey tone underneath, showing how you can colour different white items by bringing in those brown grey pens to actually give more depth and more dimension and a more realistic effect, and then doing that flicking technique onto his hair. I mean, only a few minutes that we spent on that, but think when you start to build up all that detail, how incredible it's going to look. You can achieve results just like you can see on the packaging there, straight out of the box, because we're giving you not only all the artwork, all the pens too, but all of that education. So you're going to be handheld along that full journey, along that full colouring journey. And my goodness me, these kits are just super exciting. I can't believe that we are bringing to you guys at home genuine licensed Harry Potter artwork that you can get into your homes and start colouring with straight away. Very excited to have these here on Crafters TV.
Absolutely. It's incredible the opportunity you're getting to be able to use like these artist quality materials and being able to create, you know, just like a pro. Funnily enough, that's what we called them. Incredible. Panda Craft says, that was a great tip, Lily, about using the grey where you would have something that was white. Because like you say, nothing's ever purely white, is it? We do have more of these kits. There is something here for everybody. The first one I'm going to have a look at is the Batman one here, which is this one. Once again, you're getting that whole collection of pens that are going to work with this. So you're going to get 5 of the classics and you're going to get 5 illustrators. You're also going to be getting that art liner, and you're going to be getting all of the images to recreate these designs. Now, these are super quality materials. These are proper artist quality materials. It's not like we're just printed off a few random sort of Batman-esque images and gave you some random pens. This is the proper licensed artwork, and you're getting artist-grade materials in here. If you were a professional artist, these are the kind of things that you would be using, and we were able to offer them to you to recreate at home. So this first one is your Batman. They're all the same price, so I won't go through the prices all the way through, but this is $34.99 or $44.99. Platinum price is $27.99 or $35.99. They're all the same price, but you're going to be getting different things in each ones. This next one is your Heroes and Villains. This is your Joker pack. Again, you're going to be getting those images. You're getting 6 different images, one in the black, one of each in the grey, so you can pick out the different elements in there using that fine liner, and you're getting all those colours again that are going to work with this particular image. Again, really, really easy to work with pens that you're getting in here, plus you're getting all of that tutorials online, as well as that little booklet to give you those ideas. It won't take long for you to be working with these before you are creating things just like a professional graphic designer. The next one I've got is your Harley Quinn. Again, works in exactly the same way. 5 classiques, 5 illustrators, your art liner, as well as all of those images. 6 different images, 1 in black of each, and 1 in the grey tones as well for you to work through. That's that one, Harley Quinn. And then we have Wonder Woman. Once again, all the same. Like I say, there's something here for everybody. I mean, I think if you are keen to sort of start doing sort of comics and that kind of design, it would be any of these would work for you. Lots of skin tones in some of these, perhaps like different to the Harry Potter ones, where we were looking at different kind of textures, like scales, like feathers, that type of thing. We're looking at a lot of flesh tones in these ones. So this is your Wonder Woman. We're then going on to Superman. Once again, all that classic imagery. These are licensed images that you're getting here. These are really blendable pens. You're going to be able to get a really fantastic tone. It's not just like colouring in. It's not like getting you a colouring book and some felt tip pens. These are professional grade pens and for professional grade paper that you're going to be using. And look at all of those images there. Absolutely amazing. And then the final one is the Flash. Once again, in all of those colours that you need to recreate those images in the Flash. In no time at all, you are going to be able to create designs just like this. Very professional. Like I say, we're not just using random images. These are licensed images, and you're going to be getting all the colours that work perfectly with them. Each one of these, $34.99, $44.99. Platinum is $27.99 or $35.99. We are going to give you the opportunity to check out your baskets, and we will see you in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
what
how
does she do?
he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Hi, I'm Ben from Crafters TV. As you may know, we've just launched an amazing new website, our new home of papercraft to house all of your crafty needs. And as we've had a bit of a makeover, I'm here today to help you add those crafty goodies to your basket and check out. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. First, head on over to the Crafters Companion homepage. Select the correct geographical location at the top of the page. Next, log into your My Crafters account. Explore the site and products using the navigation bar at the top of the screen. When you find the product you want, add to your basket by clicking the Add to Basket button. You'll then have the option to view your basket or continue shopping. If you want to check out, click View Your Basket. Here you can see the list of items you've added along with the order summary on the right-hand side of the screen. This is also where you'll see your loyalty discount. And just remember, the price you're seeing at this stage is excluding any delivery charges. This will also be your opportunity to add any discount codes you may have. Simply type in the code, hit apply, and if your code is valid, you should see the correct amount of discount deducted from your order total. Once you're happy to go ahead with your order, click the Proceed to Checkout button in the summary box on the right-hand side of your screen. If you want to use ShopPay, PayPal or Google Pay, you can select the relevant option under Express Checkout and you'll be given instructions on how to check out. If you have a gift card, you can enter the code on the right-hand side of the screen and press Apply. You should see the correct amount of discount deducted from your total. If you'd like to pay by card, the details linked to your account should appear in the relevant fields. If these aren't showing, you'll need to fill out the correct details. When you've entered your payment information, click the Continue to Shipping button at the bottom of the screen. Select your preferred shipping option, click Continue to Payment. Here you can enter your card details or select ShopPay, PayPal or ClearPay. Next, make sure the correct billing address is entered under the billing address section, or if this is the same as your shipping address, then you'll have the option to select it. Click Pay Now, and that's it. You'll be taken to a thank you page with an order number, and you'll also receive a confirmation email with the details of your crafty purchase, which will be on its way to you very soon.
Hello everybody and welcome back. Pandacraft says, I love your shows, just like Jan's shows, Lily. You're both very calm when explaining how things work in an understanding manner.
Oh, that's very kind. It's very nice to be compared to Jan, because I've been watching Jan. It was funny because I was on Wake Up Call with Jan last Friday, and I said to her after the show, I said, Jan, you don't know how many years I've been watching you on the telly for, so to be standing next to you, working with you, so that is a very, very big compliment, so thank you very much.
I remember my mum saying that about Jan, about how she... my mum said, was she a teacher?
Yeah.
And actually you get that very clear way of explaining everything.
Yeah.
And Sandra Dundas says, Becky, the amount of products you're wishing to liberate during the week-long stint is never going to fit in your case. You may even be pushing it if you're in your car. You're absolutely right. And that is why I've placed an order. It's going to be delivered here that I'm going to collect in my car next week, because I couldn't possibly fit everything else in here. Panda Craft says, oh no, why when someone sings... says Flash, the song from the TV advert comes into my head.
Oh, I'm glad it's not just me, because every single time I've seen that on the screen or you've said it, I've had exactly the same.
But it's not from that, it's from Flash Gordon, 1980s film, isn't it?
Yeah.
With, what's his name? Brian Blessed. Gordon's alive! That's what he says. I saw him in a pantomime. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, no, I didn't. With Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson and Brian Blessed in Panto.
What a pantomime that is.
It was amazing.
God blimey, yeah.
Very good.
I bet he's amazing in pantomime.
Yeah.
He's just, I can imagine.
I mean, needs no amplification of his voice.
No.
You know,
I bet they don't even put a mic on him. Doesn't need a mic. No one can hear him from miles away. Yeah.
Not at all. What have you got over there, Lily? Because you've got some great deals as well, haven't you?
I do. I have an absolute stonker deal on these front and back character tags. You're saving over £25 or $33.94. Quite often we say, oh, it's a great deal when you're saving more than you're spending, but quite frankly on this one, the balance is definitely in your favour, because you're only spending £8 or $11.20 and you're saving over £25 or over $33. So that definitely is an incredible deal. It's a saving. Oh my goodness me, we've not got a percent on there, but it is a very, very high percent when it comes to that saving on your front and back character gift tags. Yeah, it's a 70% saving. Don't worry, I didn't just work that out. I'm not turning to Corinne. Johnny in my ear did just tell me that. I'm not going to take credit for that one. I'm not.
Oh, you should have done. No one would have known.
They would have known.
You just go 70%.
Everyone would have been like, no, Lily, you're not that good at maths. I could do spelling, but maths, no. Anyway, back to these fabulous stamps and dies. You're getting a 6-piece collection as part of this deal. I can't believe you're getting all of those for £8 or $11.20. It's literally just over £1 a set of these. So let's have a look at all of the designs. And the idea with each and every single one of these sets is that you can create these gift tags. But of course, when I show you the samples in just a few moments, you'll see they're not just about creating gift tags, they're about creating lots more with these. You get both the die and you get all the matching stamps as well, which allow you to create both the front and the rear of each and every single one of these characters, and the sentiments as well. And there's something really fabulous about these sentiments. They're pertinent to the artwork. So first up, we've got You're the Top Dog, that adorable little pooch. Then of course, if we're bringing to you a dog, we're going to have to bring to you an adorable little kitty cat as well. So this is You Are Perfect. How cute is she? I mean, think of having those alongside each other on a card. That would be fantastic to have both the cat and the dog. Next up, we're bringing to you Follow Your Dreams. That super cute little unicorn. Really fabulous to get colouring with all your sparkle pens, all your glittery mediums. Looks amazing with that particular design. Then we've got Go Wild, that lovely little giraffe. Next up, Enjoy the Little Things. And then we have got our fabulous tons of love. So lots of different characters included, all 6 in total. But let's have a look at the sorts of things you can create with these. So the intended concept is to create these gift tags. I mean, that could be a bookmark if you so choose. You've got the front stamp for that character, but we also bring it to you the reverse. I think there's something so comical about having the back sides of these little characters. And you've got the die that, which of course will cut around that top detail and also puts a hole in for the tag, so you can thread your twine, your ribbon, whatever it might be, through that little hole. Bring in your gift bags and you can start to add these as proper gift tags onto your gift bags. Once again, you've got the front and the reverse of these characters. Finishes it off perfectly to have both sides. But not just, like I say, about your gift tags or your gift boxes. You can be having these in pockets on the front of cards. Once again, colouring in both the front and the back. Wouldn't that be fabulous to have that as a gift card? So it's a gift, not a gift card, sorry, a bookmark. So it's a gift card, a gift and a card in one. So you've got the bookmark that's going to be separate. They can take that out and use that after they've finished displaying the card on their mantelpiece. And then finally, you don't just have to use them in the intended concept. You can use these in lots of other ways as well. So using that front and that reverse stamp on the card, I mean, how cute is that? Not just about those gift cards, about your different character stamps, using them in different concepts on your cards. But for a Platinum Club price today of £8 or $11.20, isn't that just an absolutely amazing collection? Maybe you've even got 1 or 2 of these. Think about giving these as crafty gifts. At that price point, is going to be an absolute steal of a deal.
Totally, absolutely agree with you there. When you brought that little cat one out, I did think about my little cats, and Lillian Kwok has already messaged. Imagine having 2 real-life kitty cats. My family's going to find out all about it. The next thing I'm going to show you are our animal keyring collection that we've got here. Each one of these is a separate one in a box, making them really fabulous for a gift. You get every single thing you need in here. So you get the shapes of the animal to cut, that's already been die cut. You also get embroidery thread, you get beads, you get sequins, you get the animal stuffing, you get ribbon, you also get the keyring clip and the lobster clasp as well. This first one is your bunny. We've then got the fox, which I think was absolutely the most popular one. It is gorgeous, little fox here. You get the templates as well to allow you to work out all that embroidery on here. And these are really brilliant stocking fillers, especially for that kind of price. They are a lovely item to make, nice and easy to do. Perhaps if you're going on holiday or something, you want something to do on the plane, you can easily do these. It doesn't need any scissors apart from just cutting the bits of thread, but you don't need to cut anything out. So this one is your bear. And then this one here is, this is your butterfly. I'm going to show you what you get inside here because there's quite a lot that you do get. You'll get a little instruction booklet to show you how to put everything together, and it also gives you some information about the types of stitching that you can do. You get your die cut felt pieces, and as you can see for this one you've got quite a lot of different shapes that you can use for decorating that little butterfly. You get this, which is your template to pop over the top of the butterfly. You use your heat erasable pencils or pens, and you'll mark out where you want to put your embroidery. You get loads of embroidery thread, far too much embroidery thread. We even give you a needle in here. You've also got a piece of ribbon. You've got some sequins and beads as your embellishments. You've also got that lobster clasp and the little loop for the key ring. And then finally you have your stuffing. Again, we give you plenty of stuffing in here, far too much for use in that one item here. This is the price for all 4. Not just one, all 4, £13 or $17. Platinum price is £10.40 or $13.60. You know, if you're doing a Secret Santa, you want gifts for kids, maybe buying things for the children's friends at school, this is absolutely ideal. It'll keep them occupied for ages. Right, what have you got over there, Lily?
Oh, I've got some fantastic stamps and stencils. I have to say, I've not seen these on CTV for a little while, so I'm quite excited that we're bringing these back and at an amazing price as well. You're saving over 70% on this bundle. It's a 4-piece collection for just £8.80 or $10.40 if you're part of our Platinum Club. Now, these are fantastic because they allow you to create the most amazing layered designs, but with complete ease, especially if you've got our magnetic stamping platform. Do check the website out for that one. Little birdie tells me there might be a good deal on that. So I love the fact that as part of this collection, we're bringing to you both Christmas and everyday design. So this is going to absolutely take your crafting the whole way through the year, which I think is fantastic to get that within the one collection. So first up, we have got our violet roses. So the idea with this, I have to say, when you look at the stamps first off, they don't really make an awful lot of sense. But what you do is you actually line these up, and they're all numbered as well, so you know what order to actually stamp these in. You stamp them out in different colours, and by building up that design, it's going to give you that finished image just like so, with those stamps all laid up on each other. No need to bring out your pens or any sort of colouring medium. Just using different colours of your quick dry inks will give you that layered design. But you can see the notches on there is what helps you to line that up. Then we also include the sentiments, and the sentiments actually nestle perfectly onto that banner. So I've included the banner in stencil form. Just bring out some more of your inks, ink through that stencil, that's going to give you the banner, then stamp your sentiment into the centre, and you've got the most fantastic layered topper to go on any of your projects. That's our violet roses. Then next up, the second one of our everyday designs is our wild meadow. Exactly the same sort of concept, but more of a wildflower, more of a rustic feel to this one. Of course, you can be using your quick dry inks, but you could also be using your opaque pigment inks and even bringing in embossing powders if you so choose. Perhaps you're even going to stamp in gilding flakes. So lots of different options with these, not just about using your inks, think of using different mediums you can stamp with as well. Then we move on to our Christmas designs, another 2 sets of these. So next up is our Yuletide foliage. Beautiful set of stamps and your stencil once again. Really nice font on your sentiments that we've got included in this set. And you've got that stencil allowing you to ink through, pop your sentiment onto the middle, and you've got a really quick and easy topper, but it looks fabulous with all of that layering design onto there. Then finally, we've got our holly and poinsettia, completely classic and traditional sort of Christmas design that we've got here when you're using your reds and your greens, but maybe you're going to mix up those colourways, maybe you're going to go for teals and pinks and go really contemporary. Of course, with it being a stamp, that freedom is completely in your hands. Whatever colours you're going for is completely down to you. All 4 sets of stamps and stencils for just £8.80 or $10.40. And when you start to bring these onto your cards, it could be on little fallback cards like we've got here. So we've got our sentiment, we've got a verse in the middle, and then we've got that fantastic layering stamp on the outside. Nice and simple to create, but it looks absolutely amazing. Maybe you're going to be bringing in different concepts of cards, like your easel cards, just die cutting your toppers and stamping onto the centre, using some of your pretty pattern paper. Quick and easy to create, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then finally, something with those beautiful Christmas designs, using some of your pattern papers alongside some of those floral dies that you might already have in your crafty stash. Different colours of inks in, quite a non-traditional colourway, but I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. But like I say, that choice is completely in your hands. It's down to you what colourways you're choosing to use, because these are fabulous stamps and stencils. £8.80 or $10.40 for all 4 sets of both stamps and stencils. Love that concept.
That's a good deal.
So easy to create, but I think it looks really, really fabulous.
Gorgeous, very much like those. Panda Craft says, Lily, can we have some little craft-alongs bringing different collections from the past together, like that card with the giraffe and the laugh stamp and die, showing how anything can work together?
That would be a lovely idea. I'll definitely put it forward, that is for sure. I love that idea. So I think it's so important, because quite often we'll focus on a specific range. It might be, I don't know, the mini memories or the vintage roads, and quite often we forget. I know it sounds daft, but of course you can use your older collection with your new ones, but I think sometimes we get so excited we've got a brand new collection and we think of just using that collection on its own. But a lot of our collections have been so cleverly designed that they do work with some of the older things that we brought you. It's like when we did the first look on Sunday of Fuchsia, I was saying how perfectly it works with the hummingbird that we brought you a couple of years ago, and the kingfisher, which is coming in a few weeks. So it is just everything working together perfectly, but I'll definitely put that idea forward, because it is a fantastic idea.
Good idea. And Bev says, how big are the banner dies, please?
The banner dies.
That you've got the on the little banner?
The stencils? The stencils?
Maybe the stencils, yeah. I've got banner dies under here, but I'm not sure whether they're the ones that I've got under here or those. I think probably those, because that's what you were just talking about.
I think the banner stencils that go in the middle, I'd say about between 2 and 2.5 inches in width by about an inch in depth, roughly. But if that's, I'm hoping that's what you mean. If that's not what you mean, then do let us know and we'll clarify. I think it might be the dies that you've shown a little while ago.
These ones?
Yeah, we'll we'll cover both bases and hopefully we'll get there between us.
Okay. So these are the banner dies that I was showing earlier on, and they actually are 6 inches high by 4.25. So a quite big size that you've got here. Hopefully we've answered those questions. The next thing I want to show you is some of the builder blocks. So this has been really, really busy. There's less than 50 of these left. Unsurprisingly, this is one of my, I really like this. It's one of the very intricate sets of builder blocks that we've got. And actually, I would never, ever have attempted to make anything with that many pieces in it without having the builder block. If you've never seen the builder block before, it is revolutionary in the way that it cuts through those multiple layers of fabric in order for you to cut 8 layers, possibly of fabric at any one time with absolute precision. If I turn around to the back, you will see all those different shaped dies, and they make up this block. Now, putting this block together using colours in different ways will create different kinds of feels to it. You also get in the little book inside here, you'll get a little booklet with step-by-step instructions as to how many of each things you need to cut. But there's also a little grid, a design for you to colour in, so you can create your design, so you know exactly how many of each colour and how many of each shape you need to cut out. Now, when it cuts out triangles, you will see from the shapes of the dies, it just takes off the little corners of the triangles. Those are called the dog ears. And historically, when we cut things with templates, we would cut them straight like a triangle, so you'd have points. And after you stitch them together, you would need to trim away those points. We've taken away that problem, well, not problem, but that extra step, so you don't have to worry about that. A 1/4 inch seam allowance is taken into account with these dies. So all you need to do is run them through the machine, cut out all your pieces, lay them out, and sew them together a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and you will get a perfect result every time. That price is extraordinary, so it should be just shy of £50. It's now £19.99 or $21.98. Platinum is just £15.99 or $17.98. This build blocks for me are, obviously, because I'm a soft crafter predominantly, they are the bee's knees as far as I'm concerned, and I think this is a fabulous product. I really like this one here. We're almost done with the shows today.
It's
We've got one more demo.
One more product?
I think one more product, yeah.
Go on. Should we do it? What should we do?
So, yeah.
Should we go for Bell Countryside?
I think we should, yeah.
Would you like an over 70% saving?
No.
You wouldn't? Well, you can have it for full price then. That's it. No,
So-
no
so this
saving
is-
for Becky. You guys at home can have 70% off. Becky, you're paying full price.
Yeah, I'll pay
That's
full
it.
price. Actually, there's a lot there. So, you know, it's again, fantastic deals. They've just been fantastic deals again and again throughout the last couple of days.
Absolutely.
But I love this collection. It's gorgeous.
I do. I have to say, I was lucky enough when we first launched this, and I must say, I think it must be about 2 years ago now that we launched this. I was lucky enough to get this complete collection because for me, this is just right up my street. We've got the most gorgeous vintage style, quite rustic artwork as part of this collection. It is beautiful. Now, if you've not had any of this collection before, then this is definitely one to go for because you're paying just £8.80 or $11.20 for 4 different separate packets of stamps, of dies, of all sorts that we're getting included. So first up, let's start off with our ornate lace. We've got an edgeable style die with this particular die here. So it cuts that detail out that side of your card, and then the other side actually stays within your card. So that piece of cardstock there can be as long or as short as you so choose, allowing you to use these as different concepts on all your cards and your box lid size as well. It looks amazing in that sort of way. The detail with there is incredible. You can be using it on the portrait or the landscape. Think of snipping into that as well and using different elements, maybe as corners or little flourish embellishments. Just an amazing, beautiful decorative die. Going to work with so many other items that you've got in your crafty stash, not just with this fantastic collection. But of course, maybe this is your first collection you're going for and you've not already got a lot else in your crafty stash. Well, we bring you lots of other goodies that you can actually mix and match with that fantastic border. So this is our beautiful set of stamps and dies, our grand frame. So it allows you to stamp that really decorative. I think there's almost something a little bit Parisian about that frame. Colour that in with your choice of colouring medium. Add one of the coordinating sentiments into the centre and then use that matching die to cut that image out, and you've got that fantastic topper good to go. Then we're bringing what I think of as more embellishment or finishing touch stamps, this being our Lumieres and lanterns. You've got all of your sentiments, amazing font with those. I think there's something so storybook, so vintage and rustic about that font. And you're getting all those lanterns and Lumieres and the flowers as well. So it's going to work a treat with the other items in this collection. And then finally, as that perfect finishing touch, we're bringing to you all of these gorgeous, precious peony dies. You've got the ability to create both the petals, the leaves, and also those sort of ruffled stamens for the centres. Love the fact we've got a slightly fluted edge to the flower petals. It gives you that beautiful rustic effect. And we're also bringing all those smaller flowers, which are ideal as filler flowers to really fill out your bouquets and your floral arrangements. When you start to bring these into your card making, using that fantastic edgeable style die on your fold-back cards, those lovely sort of plaque dies as the centerpiece, it just looks absolutely gorgeous. And how about using some of those beautiful flower dies alongside some of your flower forming foam? You'll find a lot of that on the website, maybe even on special offer as part of that outlet sale, just saying. But bringing those into play with some of your flower forming tools and those little bit of shaping onto there, doesn't look amazing on the front of your box. So 4-piece collection as part of your Belle Countryside range, £8.80 or $11.20, an absolutely incredible deal. But make sure you get that one while you can, because we've not got an awful lot of that collection left, and you can see why at that price, quite frankly.
Yeah, that's going to disappear really quickly, isn't it? Phil Watson asks, are fabric plates available for the Gemini Junior? They are. There are something we have. I don't know if they're available on the website at the moment, but they are something you can get, yes. Kim says, Cece definitely made my Christmas birthday shopping for my mum this year much, much easier. Thank you. I'm not surprised, especially with that outlet sale. And especially with this. So this is your Pro Colour kits. You've got 4 in here. The special deal at the moment is you buy 3 and you get 1 for free. And so here you've got your comic heroes, you've got your Way of the Samurai, you've got your Celestial Maiden, and you've got your Adventures in Colouring. Really great thing here. Thank you very much, Lily. It's been wonderful having you here.
Thank you, it's been lovely.
I'll see you around in the building.
You will.
We've got Leanne coming in at 2 o'clock for the outlet sale, and then I will be with Leanne for Colour Me Happy. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.